go into this. Gender justice groups.
I already hate them.
I already don't like where this is going.
You had me at gender justice.
Gender justice groups. I tweeted it this morning, so maybe I have to go back. I can't find it. It won't open on my page here. Gender justice groups. Where is it? In British Columbia, want the government to repeal latest provincial legislation that prevents people convicted of serious criminal code offenses from changing their names. So, the call to repeal the Name Amendment Act comes from groups that include Gender Affirming Healthcare, the Canadian Bar Association's BC branch, and of course, the Trans Legal Clinic.
Oh, give me a break.
The groups say the legislation was not necessary to protect the public and harms people most in need of legal name changes, including transgender and Indigenous people and survivors of gender-based violence. Excuse me. Okay. The law ensures that people convicted of serious crimes. Okay, so this is who they're protecting. Just listen. The law will ensure people convicted of serious crimes such as violence against other people and acts against children cannot change their name. So, the Premier's office is looking into the group's concerns and says that people deserve to be supported and empowered to change their name in a way that is true to who they are or for safety purposes. No, you are protecting people who have harmed kids.
Yep.
Or beat up their wives.
And you know, Sheila, it just shows you, again, another factor in why Donald Trump is returning to the White House. He wants to make female safe spaces great again. He wants to restore Title IX for full ride female scholarships in terms of biological females as opposed to loser dudes who pretend they're females. And what was Kamala Harris championing? Sex change operations for illegal aliens and convicted criminals, including murderers. You tell me what the majority of the American population resonates with. And by the way, on the point of safety, I think I have a video. I think it's going up today. We met this woman, a MAGA supporter in Washington, D.C. She's on hard times. She is living in a shelter. And there are men, biological men, at this woman's shelter. And watch the interview, folks. When she goes to the bathroom or the shower, so areas where there's no security watching, she brings with her a knife so she won't be attacked. Please tell me how that is diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is misogyny.
Speaking of loser dudes, one more story on this topic. Allison Hadley says she has been having a hard time focusing on training for an upcoming cross-country skiing competition. Why? Because Danielle Smith's changes would require Allison to compete as the biological male that Allison is. Allison fears that Allison won't be able to register for an event she's participated in for years. I don't know. You can just register as a man. Just go register as a man. No one's telling you can't compete. We're telling you can't compete against women.
And look at the mainstream media, Sheila, portraying her as the victim in that piece, eh?
Oh, I just feel empty, says Hadley in a phone interview from Edmonton. This is a sport I want to continue doing until I don't have the mobility to do so. Competing has helped Allison stay healthy and motivated and feel less isolated. It's my reason to go outside. I feel free and at peace when skiing. Yeah. So do plenty of women who want a fair shot at competing in their sport. But rugby rears its ugly head again. Yep. If we go down in this one, Hadley, born and raised in Edmonton, played rugby for 9 years on a local team before competing in cross-country skiing. Hadley decided to leave the rugby team after Allison came out to some of its members and felt unwelcome. Conversations in locker rooms were difficult to listen to.
Boo.
Well,
Yeah.
so she decided to compete as a solo athlete.
Yeah.
Except you're not. You're still competing. I guess you're not on a team, but you're still competing in the wrong biological sex.
Yeah. Put another way, Allison the skier. How's this? Is that a ski pole you're holding, or are you just happy to see me? You understand? You're not a woman.
Played male rugby for 9 years. 9 years as a man on the rugby team, and then decides I'm going to cross-country ski against women. And we're not supposed to look at this like this is absolute insanity?
Somewhere, Ash Davis weeps.
Oh, Trent, look at this. She says, I'm just going to read this as is. I don't like to play the pronoun game, but she said she also finds some transgender women are targeted for being big boned. No, you're man boned. You're not big boned. Stop it.
It's not a woman, it's a man. Big bone.
Wait, but that doesn't give them a competitive advantage. It also undermines the reality that there are tall and strong non-transgender women too. No, my tall, strong daughter is not the same as her tall, strong boyfriend. Like, give me a break. This is a direct quote, trans athletes train so hard and are made to feel like any sort of success is just based on their genetics. Why do they win all the time? Why do they break the faces of women when they box them? Because they're training hard, or because they're punching them with male fists?
Sheila, don't you long for the days when tranny trouble meant the gear shift was slipping from drive into neutral as opposed to this nonsense?
I don't care how people live their lives. I really, really don't. But don't change in the same change room as my daughter, and don't punch women on the field.
Oh, you're a hater. You're a bigot. You're a transphobe, Sheila.
Right. I know.